A few days ago, I was in one of my favorite guitar shops, the Guitar Store in Seattle, and I picked up and tried out this 2019 Gibson Les Paul Standard 60 spec. And to be honest with you, I fell in love with it. I loved how it felt. I loved how the guitar sounded. And I kind of instantly had kind of a bonding situation with this guitar. Now, you guitar players know that this doesn't happen very often. And when you fall in love with something, it's hard to walk away from it. So I did end up purchasing this guitar and taking it home. And I'm really excited about it. But along with the excitement, I also felt a bit of trepidation. Now, in the last few months, Gibson guitars have not had a super great PR and a public perception as far as their public image goes, starting with the Play Authentic debacle, followed up by it coming to light that they are actually in litigation with Dean Guitars, which they have every right to do. And then most recently, Gibson destroying hundreds of perfectly good Firebird X guitars as opposed to taking the high road in that kind of a situation and giving them to some schools or kids in need, anything but just running a bulldozer over them to get an insurance check. So public image-wise, Gibson has seen better times. However, ironically, they haven't made this level of guitar in several decades, in my opinion. Now, before I go any further, I just want to point out this is not a Gibson bashing video. Rather, this is a simple analysis from the player's point of view of how a company's public actions can affect the end user, the user of their products, in this case, me and my new Gibson Les Paul Standard. So when a company makes a very poor marketing decision and puts a video out like the Play Authentic video, what does that actually do? Well, obviously, the first thing is it gets lots of people riled up, and it makes a lot of people who don't even play the guitars or like the guitars very vocal online, on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., etc. But for us Gibson fans, and for the people that are actually playing the guitars, it actually has a different impact. And for me, when I bought this guitar, I had a sense of trepidation if I should even share my joy for this new awesome guitar that I was stoked out on. And that's kind of sad. I took the guitar home. I played it for a few hours. I want to post about it. I want to be so excited. But am I going to get flamed in the comments? Or just I know instantly all the comments and anywhere I post about my new guitar is, oh, you're going to play authentic, and a bunch of sarcastic comments and haters. And you know what? I just want to be excited about the thing that I got. And I think everyone has the right to be excited about their guitar or their pedal or their amp. Now, this situation isn't all doom and gloom. I think there are some things that we could learn from Gibson, namely if you're at another company other than Gibson. But there are things that we can take away from the situation, and we can learn from it and turn these things into positives. The first positive is just being proud of what you like. Also, a huge positive is, the Gibson Les Paul is a classic guitar, and this guitar in particular, the 2019 Standard, is a phenomenal guitar, and it makes my heart glad that Gibson are finally making quality instruments again. That is a positive. The second positive is I hope companies in the future will learn from Gibson's mistakes, and if they have a ton of guitars that they haven't sold, for example, they will donate them and make a huge PR move and a huge gesture of goodwill to all sorts of public schools by donating hundreds and hundreds of very high quality guitars. But I just thought I would make this video kind of expressing my trepidation about sharing my new guitar. And I thought that was interesting. That has never actually happened to me when I have purchased a guitar. Never have I been so worried about getting flamed for something that I like, simply because the actions of the company that made my instrument haven't been so great in the public eye recently. All the pickable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.